All right, we're on hole number 8 of the East Coast Tournament. We're in Monday's qualifying round of the Ricky Division, and this is the dreaded hole number 8. So my goal on this hole is to find a spot. So I found a spot with my upper developed clubs. I can take my rock and I can aim right towards this little bit of rough that sticks out in the fairway out here. I can aim right towards that and aim out in here into nowhere. And with a Kingmaker, I can put on max left-hand side spin, about 2 topspin, and max left-hand curl, and the ball will go right dead center in the middle. If I'm using a Kingmaker, I need to be off of that peninsula. I think it was just a couple rings, and I can do exactly the same shot with a couple topspin. I think it takes just a little teeny bit more topspin because it doesn't have quite as much distance. But trying to find a spot. So that's my goal here today, is to try and find a spot where, and it's a blind curl shot. You're just going to take the shot, and if you set it up right, it's going to go into the same spot every time. But I have no idea what that setup's going to take with these clubs. And then if you get out there, if you get out in the right spot, this is definitely a great Viper hole. So I'm going to bring my Accurate bag. And what I'd really like to bring is a Kingmaker, and I really need to bring a Katana, but that's going to hurt me on the second shot, so I'm going to have to bring a Titan. That's why they don't call it the King of Balls for no reason. All right, let's open up a chest. Means we've won 5 out of 7. We're on a roll. I have no idea how this Kingmaker is going to respond out here because it doesn't have as much curl, it doesn't have as much topspin. But I just got an upgrade here at the beginning of this round for my QB. Got it to level 7. Picked up something. Uncle Wiley. And I go first. All right, so I'm coming out into this area. I'm only going to put on a couple topspin. With this club, I think I can put it all on because I'm still missing some distance. Maybe a couple rings off of that. Maybe about my orange ring off of that peninsula up there. 2.5. It's 2.5 rings. Hit it perfect. And see if that puts the trajectory right, or if I clip the sand on the bottom. It looks like I'm going towards the sand, but perfect. That's what I'm looking for right there. I could actually come in just a little bit from that and be maybe 2.5 rings and give myself some breathing room. But my whole goal is to just get out there in the middle of that fairway area, because I can get on with a Viper and a 3 power ball. Now my opponent's goal is to get out there through the mouth out here so that they can get into their long iron range. And they can't get on from there. So we came out with the most accurate club in our bag, and we did a setup shot to try and give ourselves this to pick one up. Okay, it's 1.9 per ring. So that's 1.9, that's 13. I'm going to say a ring and 2/3, ring and 3/4, somewhere in that neighborhood. Hitting it perfect. That was the eagle shot right there. Pretty close. It's hard to you gotta with these lower developed clubs and the lack of ball guide, you really have to have a little bit of luck. It's not just the luck of getting the shot, but you have to have a little bit of luck that you got the line right. The key is that the whole goal when you came to this hole was to get a birdie. Because there's a bunch of people in your bracket that aren't going to get birdies on this hole. And there's several other holes that they're not going to get birdies and they should have. And there's at least one of the par fives that they're supposed to get an eagle and they didn't. And so if you can just go out there and shoot the minimum score, this is definitely a tournament that if you shoot the minimum score, you're going to be in the top 15. You're probably going to be in the top 10. There's going to be a group up there in the top 3, 4, 5, depending on your bracket, that are going to be above that. And probably in most of the upper tier brackets, there's going to be probably top 15, top 10 are going to have. But this isn't going to be one of those tournaments where somebody's going to pop out a 30. I'm sure it's going to happen somewhere, but it's not going to be the norm. This is going to be a very low scoring tournament, and I like it because these low scoring tournaments, if you've got the wind ring method and you know how to pick out clubs and you think about your shot setup, you can have a lot of success and have really good finishes in these types of tournaments, even if you have low developed stuff. All right, that was hole number 8 of the East Coast tournament and Monday's qualifying round in the Ricky division. Thanks for watching.